Oke, bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Ellie and dear friends. Allow us to introduce ourselves first. We are from Group 1, consisting of myself. My name is Azra, Lilam, Putra, with the student number of 241111013.
My name is Wahyu Saputra with student number 241111018.
And my name is Fahridan Yahya with student number is 241111008.
All right, so in this occasion, we will be explaining the materials of social class in Great Britain for the course of British Culture and Society, specifically the final assessment of CLO 3. So without further ado, we will start with the first subtopics, which will be explained and delivered by my friend Ridan. So Ridan, you are please.
Okay, Azra. First of all, I would like to explain about definition of social class. Social class is a system used to group people in society based on their economic resource, job, education, and social status. In Great Britain, social class is not only about how much money someone earns, but also about family background, lifestyle, and cultural habits. From a sociological point of view, social class affect a person's life change. This means it influence opportunities and limits people experience in their life, such as access to good education, job opportunities, healthy care, and social connection. Because of this, social class plays an important role in shaping identity and social inequality in Britain society. Next. In Britain, social class is often shown through small social signs such as manners, taste, accent, and education background. These marks make social class deeply rooted and difficult to change. In addition, social class is often passed down from one generation to the next. Children from higher social classes usually receive better education and stronger social network, while those from lower social class may face challenges. This is why social class inequality still exists, even though Britain promotes equality and meritocracy. And next slide, please. In this slide, I would like to explain about historical background of social class in Britain. The history of social class in Great Britain begin in the medieval feudal system. At that time, society was divided into a few groups such as the monarchy and aristocracy, the clergy, and the peasant. People were born into their social class, and social mobility was very limited. In the early modern period, feudalism slowly declined and trade began to grow. This led to the rise of a merchant class, showing a shift from land-based power to wealth-based status. During the Industrial Revolution in the 18th and 16th countries, British society changed dramatically. Many people moved to cities to work in factories, creating a large working class, while a factory owner and professional form a strong middle class. This period made social class difference more visible, especially in terms of income. housing, and working condition. Next. In the 20 country, social reforms such as public education and the welfare state help increase social mobility. More people were able to improve their social position. However, traditional class difference did not disappear completely and were often maintained through elite schools and social connections. Today, social class in Great Britain is more complex and less obvious, but it still matters. Even though society emphasizing meritocracy, historical class structure continue to influence social inequality in modern Britain. And the next material, my friend Wahyu can explain.
Okay, thank you, Rudilan. Okay, first we have traditional class structure. The first it is the upper class. The upper class included aristocrats and landowners. Their wealth, power, and social status were inherited from their families. They had a strong influence on the government and society. Second, we have middle class. The middle class consisted of professional managers and business owners. Their social status was based on education, occupation, and income. And the third, we have the working class, or the lower class, was made up of manual and industrial workers. They had limited wealth, education, and social opportunities. These class divisions were very strong in everyday life, as mentioned by George Orwell in 1941. Next, please. Okay, here we have 7 social classes in modern Britain. The first, it is precariat, the poorest group in society. They have low income, unstable jobs, and little social support. Second, we have emergent service workers. They have low economic income but high social and cultural activities. Many are young people working in service or creative jobs. The third, we have traditional working class. They have low social and cultural capital. Many own their homes but have limited job opportunities. Next, we have new affluent workers. This group has moderate wealth and active social lives. They enjoy modern lifestyle and cultural activities. Number 5, we have technical middle class. They are financially secure and stable. However, they are less socially active. Number 6, we have established middle class. They are wealthy, well educated, and highly connected. This group has high economic, social, and cultural capital. And the last is elite. The elite are the most privileged group in Britain. They have extreme wealth and power and more influence in job. That's all for me. And the next material will be explained by my friend. Sorry, Azra. Your mic is still off. Yeah.
Yes, thank you, Wahyu. So the next topics is about the indicators of social class, specifically in Great Britain. So, indicators of social class are referred as the signs that shows where someone is positioned in society, whether it is in the upper class, middle class, or lower class, or known as working class. So, according to sociologist Pierre Bourdieu, social class is made up of three types of capital, which are also used in the GBCS or the Great British Class Survey. These include the first one is economic capital. These are the people that gain their position in society through money and material wealth. The second is cultural capital. They gain their position through education, knowledge, taste, and lifestyle. And lastly is social capital. They gain their position through social connections and their networks. So let's break down each one of these types of classes. So the first one is economic capital. These economic capital includes the amount of salary or income someone has, the amount of property ownerships, the amount of their savings and investments, and even expensive possessions. People with high economic capital usually have stable lives, they have financial security and more choices to more facilities. For example, they can afford better housing, private education, and even unpaid internships for their children. However, people with low economic capital often face job insecurity, debt, and limited access to opportunities. But in the GBCS, the elite class, as my friend mentioned before, has very high incomes and wealth, while the precariat or the lower class has unstable jobs, low pay, and little savings. This gap shows how economic inequality remains strong in Britain. The second one is cultural capital. This refers to the skills and knowledge that help people succeed socially and gain the position they have. This includes their level of education, the type of school they attended, their hobbies, tastes, and interests, their manners, confidence, and even the way of their speaking. Yes, so for example, people who attend elite universities, visit museums, read literature, or attend classical concerts or opera often gain cultural knowledge that is valued by employers and institutions. These activities signal education and good taste. Cultural capital is often passed down from parents to children. Middle and upper class families expose their children to books, cultural events, and structured activities from a young age, giving them the advantage at school and in job interviews. And the third one is social capital. This means who you know and who you connect with and how useful those relationships and those networks are. This includes your friends and family in high status jobs, your professional networks, or even your mentors and recommendations. People with strong social capital can access job opportunities through personal contacts rather than open competition. For example, if you know a lawyer, business owner, or university lecturer, they can open doors for you that are closed to other people. People with low social capital often rely only on formal applications, which reduces their chances of getting in. All right, moving on to the third topic, which is the accent and language as class markers of the social class in Great Britain. So in Britain itself, accent and language are powerful signs in social class. People often make judgments about intelligence, education, and even professionalism based on how people or someone speaks, even though accent has nothing to do with this ability. So the first one is accents in social class. The first one is the received pronunciation or RP. This is often linked to the upper class and private education people. It has historically been associated with authority, leadership, and intelligence. The second one is estuary. This is a mix or a blend between RP and working class or the lower class accents. This is commonly used among the middle class. So the third one is regional accents, such as Scouse or Geordie. These are often associated with working class identity or the lower class identity, even though many professionals speak with these accents. So, language use or the language used in social class, the upper class speakers often use indirect and polite language, which sounds formal and careful, while the working class speakers tend to use direct language, which can be heard wrongly or wrongly seen or rude or unprofessional. There are also class based vocabulary differences where some words are seen as refined and others as ordinary. These differences can affect how people are judged in schools and workplace based on how they speak and the language use that they chose. And lastly is social effects. Studies shows that people with non-RP accents may face discrimination in job recruitment specifically. Employers often prefer accents they associate with professionalism. This means accent can limit social mobility, especially for people from working class or lower class backgrounds. All right, so in conclusion, social class in Great Britain remains a powerful and enduring social structure shaped by economic resources, cultural capital, and social connections. Although modern society promotes the idea of equality and meritocracy, factors such as education, accent language, lifestyle, and family background continue to influence people's opportunities and life chances. And even traditional class divisions have evolved into more complex forms. As shown in the Great British Class Survey, yet inequalities persist, especially in access to elite education, high status jobs, and influential networks. This shows that social class is not only a historical legacy, but also an active force that continues to shape inequality and social mobility in British society today. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we believe that is all that we can deliver regarding our presentation on social class in Great Britain for British Culture and Society course, or specifically the final assessment of CL03. We hope you really you get the knowledge that we have shared and delivered. We thank you very much for listening and paying attention to our presentation. That is all from us. Have a great day. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.